welcome back to my channel. I've got a new background. Like, I hope you guys like this, but yeah, today I probably think you can guess. Today I'm going to show you how to create these sort of curls, not heavily styled. This is literally just from a blow dryer and the right products that I've used. So I'm going to show you step by step, like, of what products and how much and all of this stuff. Now, please bear in mind that the reason this works for me is because I naturally have curly hair. Like, this is my natural hair. It probably would have been curlier if I never straightened it, but like, yeah, so that's why it works for me fantastically. So if you do have, you know, textured and sort of wavy, you know, it doesn't have to be fully curly, but even if you have like wavy hair, you should be able to create this, and this video will be useful to you. If you have dead straight hair, however, I'm not entirely sure. You can try these steps and see if you can get some kind of a wavy beach wave look, but yeah, like, I think usually if you have very dead straight hair, your hair tends to be a lot finer. It doesn't tend to be very textured, so it's going to be so much harder to sort of create this kind of textured hair look, you know, without fully styling it. So try it out anyway. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, so first of all, you're gonna have to wash your hair, and you're gonna have to wash your hair with a good shampoo and a conditioner, of course. I would probably suggest get yourself a shampoo and conditioner that is suitable for curly hair. So I was initially using Shea Moisture, which I still use, and I think, to be honest, having tried so many different ones, this is probably still my favorite. But then I've recently been using Cantu, however you pronounce it. So I've just been ordering these online, and you know, with those, obviously the matching conditioner as well. You definitely need tons of conditioning, especially when you have curly hair and you want curly hair because you don't want the frizz. Now, I also got this coconut curling cream from Cantu as well. It is a little bit thick for my liking, but I don't mind it. Like, I'm still using it. But if you can get hold of any other like really lightweight product that doesn't, like, you know, pull your hair down, or doesn't feel like you've got so much stuff in your hair, like, I would probably say that. Okay, so first of all, when you are showering, you shower with your shampoo, you lather, especially in your sort of roots, because that's where all the oil tends to build up, right? So you just tend to lather that part, but that rest of the hair, try and not add it together and do this, because what you're doing is you're essentially drying out the end of the hair. It doesn't really need shampoo. Like, the shampoo is mainly for your scalp, if that makes sense, and just some of the hair. Obviously, if your hair is like disgustingly dirty, then wash all of it, but try and just do this part. And then when you're applying conditioner, so most people, when they apply conditioner, you know, once they've showered, they would add it at the ends of the hair and then leave it for a little bit. With curly hair, you basically get your hair upside down in the shower. Okay, so not under the water, but like on one side. You get some of the conditioner, and from underneath, you're like scrunching the conditioner into your hair, and you're not washing it off. Okay, so you're kind of like leaving it like that. Obviously not too much conditioner, but try and get like a decent amount throughout your hair. It will feel a little bit weird, but it's okay. And then, like, you know, wash off your hands and get a microfiber towel. So these are specific towels, so they're not like normal towels, but the reason they're great is because they really absorb the moisture without drying out your hair or creating frizz. Now, do you know how frizz gets created as well? When you do this. So don't do that. Like, literally pat the towel, roll it up, and, like, you know, have it ready like this. And then I'm gonna go on to other products that I personally use to sort of you know, prep my hair, if that makes sense. You are gonna need like a comb like this, so don't have a brush, don't brush out your hair. Ideally, if you don't brush your hair at all, it's even better, but I think I'm so used to brushing my hair that I think psychologically I'm like, how can I dry my hair without brushing my hair? But the problem with brushing your hair is when you're literally pulling, what it does is it kind of like pulls out the curls, the natural curls on your hair. So ideally, you know, you should just leave it crunched up, and then you just like blow dry it the way it is without brushing it. But I'm gonna brush it. So what I usually do is I get my, like, you know, my wet hair, and I start from the ends of the hair. So you literally start like this, and then you slowly move your way upwards. If you start from the top and you like yank it down, what ends up happening is you lose a lot more hair. Like, it's like pulling out hair unnecessarily. So you start always at the bottom and then work your way up, And it's okay to lose hair. It's fine. It happens to every single person, okay? So you don't need to stress about it. It's normal. Now that I've sort of combed, like not fully, but just like roughly combed it, the next product that I've been absolutely in love with, and I have seen this on other bloggers as well, is to use a root volume mousse. Because what happens is a lot of our hair, especially people who have curly hair, it's like so heavy at the bottom that it flattens out the top, and you have like all those curls, but then here it looks a little bit strange. So just to kind of like, you know, get that volume there naturally, I find like this is like super nice. It's like a brand that I really like as well, Percy in Reed London, and anything that basically says root volume, okay? So not just any volume mousse, but this is the root lift, so it's specifically for the root. So what I do is I shake a little bit, get a little bit of product around this much, sometimes more, and then you basically start literally by applying it on the scalp, okay? But you have to like, you know, create sort of like the partings and then just like add it where you basically want the volume. And for me, it's like I like it especially like here, around here, because when I get my parting and stuff and I play around and I leave my curls out, I like it to be sort of like focused here. Trust me, this makes a huge difference. This is not just for curly hair, by the way. You can use this for straight hair as well if you want that root volume. It's nice, and what I like about it, it doesn't leave those white bits after, and even if you haven't washed your hair in a few days, it still looks nice. Like, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel disgusting, it doesn't feel like you've got some kind of sticky substance in your hair. So that's why I like this. I don't know, maybe other brands give you that sort of feel, but this one definitely doesn't. I really like this. Once you've done that, I still need a lot of this hair to be frizz free as well. So naturally, whether I leave my hair straight or whatever I do, I always add some hair oil on the ends of my hair. So one product that I really like is from Olaplex, and it's called Bonding Oil. So I'm just gonna get, I like that it's quite controlled as well. Like, I can just literally add a couple of drops, like, well, it was 4 drops. And then just like literally get it in your palm, and then just kind of focus and crunch it up sort of at the ends, okay? This like sort of reduces and minimizes your split ends as well. By the way, guys, I'm giving you guys tips of how I do my hair. It doesn't mean that my way is the only way or my way is the right way. It's just the way I do it. A lot of you tend to ask me, so this is what I'm showing you. So if some of you are gonna comment and say, it's a lot of product, like why do you do this? It's a lot of chemicals. It's okay, I don't mind. This is how I do it. Take it or leave it, people. I don't usually wear it all the time, but like I do add it. It's the Ouai wave spray. I like this because it really gives me that kind of beachy wave as well. So I would say, okay, so I have naturally curly hair, and so all these steps work for me because my hair's naturally curly, and look, while it's drying as well, you're getting like all the little, you know, the curls and the waves and stuff. Now, if you're somebody who has dead straight hair, I'm not sure all of this method would work, but you'll probably still get the waves. And I would say for people who have dead straight hair but want to create some kind of beachy wave, this is a must. That like you need to add this. But people who have textured curly hair, this is not a must. It's just I like it. If your hair is still like super frizzy and it gets super frizzy, another product from Label M that I like is this one. It's called Anti-Frizz. Like, it's not a must. I sometimes add it, especially if I know that I'm going to be outdoors, and obviously I live in a tropical country, so my hair gets like naturally super frizzy. So when I add this, even if I have my hair straight, this actually calms it. So just to show you guys like how to apply this, I just use like a very small amount. Okay, and then I just kind of like comb it through. I don't really need it here. I don't want like too much product to weigh it down, so I just like kind of add it where I get the most frizzy, and it's usually this part of the hair. Like, this gets like super frizzy the second I leave, so I kind of like to add this. And even once I've styled my hair, sometimes I still add a little bit of this as well. It's super lightweight, it's super nice. It is a UK brand. Tony & Guy does have them, so you can order it online, or you can just pop into a Tony & Guy and buy it there. But it is really nice, and that will last you a really long time as well. I'm not saying go and buy a specific blow dry just for this, but usually Okay, so this is my GHD one. Dyson does a really good one as well. I think the Dyson one is better, but I have this and I'm not gonna waste money buying another one. But yeah, so it just has like all these different nozzles, and this one is a diffuser, so you just kind of add it. So if you have a blow dryer where you can add a diffuser like this, just buy the diffuser separately, like just this part, and then just add it to your blow dryer. This is gonna make a huge difference in terms of getting the curls. And what you need to do is literally get your hair upside down again and then just blow dry from below on the lowest heat. If you have all the time in the world, obviously on the lowest heat, or just walk around with this and just let it naturally dry. But if you don't have the time and you're like, no, I need to style my hair really quickly, then put it on a medium heat and then just like sort of hold it from underneath until you get you know, those sort of bouncy curls. And it's okay to leave it half damp. I would say probably dry all of it, because if you leave it half damp, sometimes you can get the frizz. So I like to just sort of like really finish it off with my blow dryer. So yeah, so I'm gonna start blow drying it now. Okay, so I blow dried it, and literally I used no curler, nothing. This is literally just blow dried hair. And can you see like how I've got this volume here? And that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that root lift mousse. And I can just like, you know, my hair's still a little bit damp, and I just kind of, I'm just gonna leave it like this and just like let it, like, can you see like how the curls are a little bit smaller? Now I've had my hair straight for like a few weeks now, so doing this, the curls are not going to be as defined. But once I start washing it more often and leaving it curly for the next few washes, it'll just get even curlier. So it's almost like memory, like it'll just automatically go back to its original state depending. But yeah, you'll be surprised, hair can handle a lot. And you know, I think a lot of people worry, especially people who have like super fine hair, or they have like, you know, a lot of hair loss and stuff like that. You obviously want to be very mindful of the amount of chemicals that you use. But I would say definitely invest in a good shampoo and conditioner. That's going to be like the first thing. And I would say if you want to, the root lift would probably be the next most important thing. Everything else is like, it's okay. Obviously hair rolls are great, they don't damage, they're obviously like so much better for the hair and stuff like that as well. But everything else that I've sort of mentioned is not a must, but you can. And then now, like, the question is, how do you go to sleep with this, right? Like, you'll just literally be like, okay, what do I do? Now, please don't try and tie your curly hair, because whenever you tie, like, you know, in a bun or whatever, and you try and go sleep with it, what that happens is it's just like the hairband tends to pull on your hair as well. So unless you have a lot of silk, you know, hairbands, I would say the best option so that your volume doesn't get flat as well, and I've learned this from another blogger, is just do like a French plait. So start with a thin, you know, like a thin section at the front, and just kind of like really loosely, without doing it too tight, like slowly by slowly, just add, you know, like a little bit here, a little bit there, and then just kind of like plait through very, very loosely, and then just go to sleep. And then the next morning, just kind of like with your fingers, like sort of like split, you know, and just kind of like get it to look like this again. And it's like so much easier without you damaging your hair as well. Of course, if you have a silk pillowcase, you shouldn't really worry too much as well, because it will really help with like not giving you any hair loss. But I hope this was useful. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found this useful, and I hope you guys learned a thing or two in terms of like products and things like that. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You know, obviously subscribe and share this video with other people. What I've also been thinking is I definitely need to do a video on how to style curly hair. Like, how do you do different hairstyles with curly hair? So I'm definitely going to do that. If you do want to see that, do leave it in the feedback. I want to see loads of people voting for this. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Until next time, mwah, bye.